แนวหลักสูตร STEM ค่ะเชื่อว่าผู้ปกครองหลายๆท่านเนี่ยที่อยากจะส่งน้องๆไปเรียนต่างประเทศเนาะก็น่าจะได้ยินเกี่ยวกับหลักสูตร STEM กันมามากพอสมควรแล้วก็หลายๆท่านอาจจะยังไม่มีไอเดียนะคะว่า STEM คืออะไรวันนี้เราก็ได้รับเกียรติจากคุณเจนนะคะซึ่งเป็นตัวแทนจาก The National Mathematics and Science College นะคะมาเป็นผู้บรรยายหัวข้อสัมมนาในวันนี้ค่ะ
ใช่ค่ะผิงเชื่อว่าทางคุณเจนน่าจะพร้อมแล้ว Oh, hello Jane.
Hello, thank you for having me.
How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. It's good to see you guys again. Thank you very much for hosting the fair today, and we're really excited to be doing a webinar on STEM.
Oh, yeah, we are pleased to have you and thank you so much for joining us again. I believe that our parents and students are ready to, to hear about STEM school, and your lovely college. So I would like to hand over this screen to you now. See you again later.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for attending the webinar. I'm Jane, and I work for the National Maths and Science College. We are the UK's only dedicated STEM boarding school, and we have achieved outstanding A-level results in STEM subjects, 91.7%, A-star A's for A-levels, and we have a fantastic unbroken record of 100% A-star A for Maths A-level. So let's think a bit more today. What is STEM? And why is STEM so important for us now? So STEM is the 4 disciplines of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. STEM, the acronym, came about from discussions in the US about the lack and the shortage of graduates to take up top jobs in high-tech industries. So STEM has become, in the last few years, the biggest buzzword in higher education. And we can now see globally that governments and universities are investing so much time into STEM, promoting STEM, because STEM really is the future of our planet. So STEM today is really going to shape our future, and STEM graduates are the most in demand for jobs worldwide, even helping them with immigration into different countries, we can see. So let's have a little bit of a think of the shape of jobs to come, because as I'm talking to you now, your children will be entering the workforce, in 2030. If they're going to do A-levels in 2021, 22, 23, it's going to be quite a different world that they're going to enter to work in. And we all know this year more than ever that the world has changed. The pandemic has highlighted to us the need for career-focused education, and we can see our priorities have changed. So let's skip forward from now, from 2021, let's go to 2030.
Stop share. Stop share. Click share. 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 Tab. Click the box on the bottom. Share. Tab. Up.
Hi everyone. So I think that probably got us thinking about just what different jobs and what the world and the challenges we face. So STEM graduates are going to change the world, and a degree in STEM will make a huge contribution to the challenges facing our society, from finding alternative energy resources to climate change through engineering innovation to feeding the growing population through cutting-edge bioengineering and agriculture innovation, to improving our health and well-being through life sciences, nanotechnology and bioengineering, to finance and safeguarding our personal data and wealth from cyber attacks online. We've seen with the pandemic, the race for vaccines and the importance of digital technologies which have changed our lives dramatically in the last year. They've kept us as families together, connected across the globe when we've been forced to be separated. Digital entertainment has filled the void for us. Gaming industry, streaming services for entertainment have all very much come to the core. In Singapore, where I'm talking to you now, the use of apps for contact tracing. So we have seen really what's happened, like it's been brought to the fore this year, and it really makes us think about what jobs, will we need in the future to help save the planet. So these are some of the areas STEM graduates can work in. I think when we think of STEM, we might think of a very, specific career path, study medicine, become a doctor, or do aerospace engineering, work for Rolls-Royce on aircraft design. But there are many areas now of STEM effects, from entertainment, designing video games, special effects for film, sound engineering for music industry, hospitals and healthcare, caring for patients, new high-tech life-saving equipment, pharmaceuticals, research into new medicines, architecture and design from infrastructure, aerospace, space and SpaceX, GPS and surveillance, obviously energy and the environment, new types of energy that we need, food and agriculture, telecoms, finance, are all areas that STEM graduates can work in. So not only are STEM graduates going to enhance our lives and save the planet, they are going to be the new rock stars of the future, and they're also going to earn the most money. And I know as parents that, that is important to us too when we're investing in their education. So if you look at this graph, you will see that the top degrees, on graduation are medicine, dentistry, economics, mathematics, veterinary science, engineering, technology, architecture, computer science. So all the sort of fields that STEM will cover. So that would be graduates earning after the first 5 years, £45,000 onwards. So there are many new jobs that STEM graduates will go into. We've talked a bit things like being software engineers, which have become an integral part of our lives, and augmented reality and virtual world creation. VR is already becoming part of our life. autonomous cars, electrical cars are the cars of the future, so engineers are needed in those areas. Green power, well, we already know about solar, wind, water, but there are known energy sources like plankton. So in the future, we'll need more people to look in research into these energy sources. Technology, tutors and training. The pandemic has shown us and dramatically changed education. Normally I would be sitting in a hotel in Bangkok talking to you, but we're now looking at virtual ways to do exhibition, and this has affected education in a huge way. So there will be more apps, more platforms to be developed. Drone technicians, the drone industry will continue to expand. Space exploration, already we're seeing Mars, and this will continue as well as humans, we continue to battle in the environment we have here. Future farming, vertical farmings for urban areas to help with our growing population and food shortages. 3D printing, which in our school we already have in the residence a 3D printing machine for our TechSoc engineering students are making cars, and in the future we're looking into medical applications for organs, food industries, and many ways 3D printing will become part of our lives. Data managers, digital security and cryptology. Our aging population will need senior wellness managers to look after them and consultants. As we've already seen, streamcasting, entertainment will become hyper-personalized, that we choose, everything will become on demand as TVs will soon become obsolete. Biotech engineers to create human body parts, repairing nerves, nanomedicine will come to the fore. And with all these bursting technologies, ethics will be very important. So we need lawyers to look at the ethics of robots and biotechnology. We'll need guidelines internationally for how these are allowed to develop. Many more things, chronocurrency like Bitcoin, more trends there, cybersecurity to help hacking, AI trainers and technicians again will be developing, climate analysts and weather moderators in engineering aids to monitor our weather patterns to affect climate change. So these are all so many areas and jobs that STEM graduates can move into. And if we are thinking 2030 and beyond, our children will be doing jobs that we haven't even really thought of yet. So let's think a little bit then about what do you need to take a degree in STEM, and what subjects and A-levels should you be looking at to go into certain degrees. So I'll give you a few examples here. Again, if you're looking at medicine, A-levels in biology, chemistry, maths, all STEM subjects. Top universities in the UK, obviously Cambridge, Oxford, Newcastle, Edinburgh, UCL, Queen Mary's. Science degrees, again, for all the different science degrees we have, from life science, natural science, earth science, you're looking at biology, chemistry, physics and maths degrees to go to top universities such as Imperial, Warwick, St Andrews, Cambridge, Russell Group universities, or the G5 as we like to call them. Again, engineering, there's so many different types of engineering now. But if you're looking at any engineering course, of course you need to do maths, physics and chemistry A-levels. Wonderful universities like Bristol for aerospace has an amazing course. Of course, Cambridge, Imperial, Oxford, Warwick and Durham. Computer studies, which is something we're hugely into at NatMatSci. Our principal, Dr. Kemp, is an enthusiastic coder. So A-levels, you need to do computer science, would be maths, physics and computer science A-levels. Top universities, St Andrews, Cambridge, Oxford, Loughborough, Imperial and Warwick. And so these are some of the areas you might go into, and it shows you that you really do need to have your STEM A-levels to enter these degrees. So at NatMat we are the first dedicated STEM boarding school. So I'll give you a little bit of an oversight into STEM because it allows you to see the sort of things you need to focus on if you're planning to study a STEM degree at a top university. So we focus a lot on a hands-on approach. Our students are always in our state-of-the-art labs, and we do many competitions, all the mathematics and science Olympiads. Our school is, I would say, if you can imagine a Hogwarts, a specialized school, not for magic, but for science or sci-fi, and imagine what that would be like, where all the children are mad and passionate about maths and science, and everything is about state-of-the-art technology. This is our reception area in the college. We use a lot of digital technologies. We have state-of-the-art labs. Most schools will allow the students to maybe, if there's 50 practicals for chemistry, 20 practicals you have to do for chemistry A-level, we will do 50 practicals because we believe in bringing science alive. So our students spend a lot of time in the lab. We enter all the STEM competitions. Last week we gained 19 medals at the British Physics Olympiads. Last year I think we had 24 golds at Chemistry Olympiads. We also do the ATP Physics Bowl, the biggest physics competition, which many of our students gain top place in the world. We also do the Euclid Maths competition. We do the Brain Bee, and our students have had really phenomenal successes, which really helps them, stand out in their applications for getting into a top university. To give you an idea of the types of degrees and things you need, here's Bjork, who last year went on to do aerospace engineering at Bristol. So he got 3 A stars and an A. That's Maria there, who went on to do natural sciences at UCL with 4 A's. Our Thai students, we absolutely love, and they have had phenomenal success. This year, we have 4 Thai students going on to study maths and science at Cambridge and Oxford. So Gun is mathematics at Cambridge, Jump Earth Sciences at Cambridge, Moss Chemistry at Oxford, and Ball Chemistry at Oxford. 20% of our cohort this year have achieved Oxford and Cambridge offers, and our Thai students have had outstanding success. We're very proud of Ploy here. She is flying the flag for women in engineering, an amazing young woman, and this year she's studying electrical engineering at Oxford University and achieved 4 A stars. We have Fol, who's at Cambridge now doing natural science, another 4 A stars, and Temi, here you can say that we are so proud of Temi because Temi is studying virology and immunology at Bristol University. So it is graduates like Temi that will solve the pandemic. It's amazing to see a young Thai student going into these areas. These are the people that will save, the planet and change our lives for the future. You can see here, Fol was in the UK Chemistry Olympiad team and competed in Paris, winning a silver medal. An amazing opportunity for him. So again, some of the degrees you can go into in STEM and the results we've had, biomedical, natural science, computing, all these degrees in STEM. We focus on a lot of workshops and seminars in STEM at the college. We do industry things with IBM. We do Oxford Space Design Competition. We do Warwick Medical School for our medical students. This is us at Jaguar Land Rover, inspiring our engineers. And this is us at Warwick University's Physics in Action Day, which is amazing. Our students met the very famous Professor Lewis Dartnell, who has written so many books and appears on the BBC a lot about what we will do in an apocalypse or a zombie apocalypse. He is an astrophysicist, so he has some really very close to science fiction theories, and an amazing professor. We do genetics masterclasses at Warwick Uni, and we've done physics masterclasses at Birmingham University. Our college is very modern. it's quite a magical place. If you're passionate about maths and science and want to do STEM, we have so many activities, robotics society, many different things, tech society that students can get involved in. We have a gaming room. We have quite a few students who want to go into IT, gaming industries, computer programming. So we have a lot of things set up in the residence for them to do as well. They all have their own single study bedrooms, which is lovely, looked after by our house mothers, en suite rooms. As a college, we love to tell people as much as we can about STEM. So we have free webinars that you can join. And here is the wonderful Dr. Appleyard, who has been doing a series of free webinars about the coronavirus, which is relatable for students aged 14 upwards, looking at GCSE or A-level. And these have been really, really popular. And if you log on to NatMatSci's website, we have another webinar on the 12th of April on chemistry that you would be very free to join. So it's been lovely to give you an overview what we do on STEM. So I hope you can come and visit me today. I can tell you more about our college and our lovely Thai students and how they're doing at the moment. So you can also follow us on social media, then you'll see all our latest updates about the free webinars we do in STEM subjects. So I'm very happy to answer any questions you might have now.
All right, thank you so much, Jen, for your insightful speech.
Thank you.
When we actually listen to your presentation, we feel like, oh, if we got a student one day, we would love to send it to your school. We were talking at the backstage, like, oh, this is such an interesting school. After that, it seemed to be quite academic at your school, like
Yes.
specifically on STEMs. And how do you support your student, outside of their academic time? Like, do the student have extra curriculum to, to de-stress? I believe that it must have been quite stress to study in, this kind of field. So, how do you support the student at your school?
Yes, we have a lot of enrichment activities. So we have, on a Saturday morning, our students go to the Belgrave Theatre and they do drama. And this is because, although they're passionate about maths and science, having a great idea is one thing, but you must be able to present your ideas. And this is really important when you do your Oxford and Cambridge interview. And when you go to university, that you can talk in seminars and that you're confident. So we do the Belgrade Theatre programme, so they learn lots of different communication skills in English, and it gives them confidence in using their English. So they go to a real theatre, they do pronunciation activities, they do how to give a talk, how to do eye contact, body language, how to do a persuasive talk. So they do lots of drama games and activities. And at the end of the year, they all do a drama performance in the Belgrade Theatre, which is wonderful. So we do that on a Saturday, and we also have the parliamentary programme. So one of the founders of NatMatSci was is a prominent politician in the UK. He was in fact Shadow Secretary for Trade and Industry, so he has a huge passion for STEM and industry. He was CEO of Jaguar Land Rover. So he has a parliamentary programme where students go to the House of Commons and they do debating. So they debate on things like organ donation, gaming for teenagers, all different things. And this also gives them really good, experience communicating, and admissions tutors really love it on their, on their applications, and it's great to have in their personal statement. We have a lot of volunteering options for students too. So even during the pandemic, on Saturday afternoon, some students, the medical students, are still doing medical internships online as well. So we have many societies, robotics society, cryptology, we have choir, music, we have a very good baking society. They've made some amazing cakes. And yesterday we had the most beautiful traditional afternoon tea for the end of the term. So it's all decorated with bunnies. We had beautiful tea sets and amazing cakes. So it was really lovely. We do lots of activities. We are a small specialized school. So we are like one family. Everybody knows everybody. And it's a really nice family atmosphere. The boarding residence is right next to the college. So, the teachers go over to the residence. We have a large gaming room. They play pool and table tennis with the students. So it's a lovely atmosphere. I mean, I would say most of our societies have a kind of science element because, our kids love science. So they want to do cryptographic society. They want to do coding society. So, they do a lot of kind of fun things in that way. Around the college, we have giant boards all around, and each week we put up problems, math, science, different problems, and the students go around in break time and just write up different problems, and they all discuss with each other. So it's almost like the X-Men. It's like a really interesting environment for kids that are just really passionate about science and maths and STEM in general. So they have lots of fun.
Yeah, that sounds really great, sounds really exciting as well.
Yeah.
I remember talking to two students last time, and they seem to have a really good time. The Thai student who was there, and I think they were mentioned in your presentation as well today.
Yes,
Right?
they've really done fantastic. Our Thai students are all heading to Oxford and Cambridge, 4 this year, 3 last year. And we're a small college, so that's an amazing achievement. We've had 2 Thai students win chemistry Olympiad medals, silver and bronze, 2 silver medals, and so they've been in the GB Olympiad team, which means they are the top students in the UK and competed worldwide. Last year in Paris, this year remotely. That is an amazing achievement for Thai students, I think. Very proud.
Yeah, I think that's really encouraging for parents as well, and probably the students who are looking forward, for like a school or something who can support them in STEM. As you mentioned that your school is really small, like you must have got like quite small number, of students you will take each year. So I would like to ask, like, if the parents who are really interested in your school and probably they are ready to send their children in, probably this September, do you still have the place for them?
Yes, we encourage students to apply by the end of April because we have a wonderful residence. It's all single ensuite rooms, and we have an amazing boarding team. They are very looked after, 24/7 looked after, but it does fill up quite quickly. So we encourage, at the moment we have places, but we probably need to get applications in by the end of April. We also do have scholarships available for gifted maths and science students. So the students have to sit a maths entrance exam. So if the student would like to try for a scholarship, again, as soon as possible it's great because, we have a limited number of scholarships. So the sooner you can apply, the better. But we do love to support really talented students. So we do have a scholarship program that should help families, if they're considering it, but, looking, it's always expensive. It's a big investment. So we hope we can support that in the scholarship program.
That sounds great. So how many percent do you give out the scholarship for the students normally?
Yeah, so for this September, students that perform well in the maths exam, have a strong school report, and do the interview with our principal, can receive a scholarship up to 50% of the tuition fees.
Wow,
For
that's
2 years.
Yeah, wow,
Yeah,
that's really
it's
interesting.
definitely worth trying for.
Yeah,
If you
I
are
would
strong
love
in
to.
maths, I say, go for it, try it. Students that are very strong, they get 50. If a student's a bit younger and maybe their mathematics education hasn't they haven't covered as much, they may get a smaller scholarship. So it is worth trying. If you have potential and you're strong in maths and science, it's definitely worth trying.
Yeah, just better trying, better than do nothing. You didn't try, so you didn't know. So better you try first, and probably you get 50%, who knows?
Yeah, and I will give you a very interesting story. We had a boy who applied, and we were told he was very strong. He had so many awards in STEM, very passionate about STEM, looking to be an engineer. And he did our maths entrance exam, and he didn't really perform that well. And we were quite like, this is really tricky because the school has said he's strong, like he's won awards, but the maths paper he just hasn't done so well to get a scholarship. So the principal and head of maths did an in-depth interview with him, about an hour. They really went through maths with him, and they discovered that he has a lot of potential, but his schooling had been very limited in maths. He just hadn't learned so many things that we kind of would expect at his age. But after working with him for an hour, the principal is convinced he has so much potential that he has won the 50% scholarship. And he's coming to us in September, and the first couple of weeks, Simon, our head of maths, will work with him one-to-one to get him up to speed, because we believe he is a natural mathematician. He just hasn't had the opportunity. So, the ingredients are there. We just need to make the cake now. We think we can do it. So we're looking for that potential, so don't think, well, at my school I didn't do a lot of maths, but I really think I could do it, then, still try. So it was a very nice story on Friday that we got with this student.
Yeah, that's really great to hear, and I think it's good that you shared it out, because like for the parents and students who are unsure about like probably their shy potential, or the student who are not sure about their potential, probably inside potential that they couldn't see, they would probably have more encouraged, like you're more confident now to kind of like, okay, I would like to try and get, the 50% scholarship. If not, probably, they can get something and probably be more confident about themselves. And I believe that you are, going to be in the booth all day until 6 p.m., So I would love, to encourage the parents and the student to come to talk to you more, and to get to know your school more, because it's really interesting school.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so Floyd, do you have any more questions that you would like to ask Jane today?
Oh, actually, I would like to say that I love the idea of the webinar that you provide on your school website. And actually, I have one last question about, you mentioned that you have a whiteboard of STEM subject, right? And students are working with, after their graduation, they're working in so many areas. So do you have any session for like alumni to guide or inspire the current student?
So do we have any alumni to chat? Yes, we can arrange to talk with our alumni. Yes, absolutely.
So normally you can have do you have like a session for alumni to share their experience, to encourage the students and parents as well?
We would love to. Yes, I'd be very happy to arrange one, and we can do it with any parents who would like to meet our Thai students. They're very happy to talk. So anyone that would like a sharing session, I think the school will try and organize one. Possibly in the summer, we'll try to organize it. But if any parents would like to link up, I can put them in touch with our Thai alumni if they want to chat. Yes.
Thank you very much. So I think we are running out of time now, but we would like to thank you so much, Jane, to sharing this useful information for our students and our parents this morning.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for listening. And I hope please come along. I'm happy to chat any questions you might have.
Thank you, Jane, and I will see you again later.
Thank you very much. Have a great day, everyone.